Does the Miami Cuban chain really comes from Miami, and why do they call it Cuban? So what is a Cuban chain? Miami Cuban Link, everybody says that, but why and where does it come from? Is it from Miami? The Cuban chain actually is a curb chain and has been there a long time before they have called it a Cuban link. It actually, they have found chains in the ancient Egypt. They have used that before, so it's thousands of years ago, because it's links interlock into each other and then you have it. The thing is different with the real Miami Cuban chain. It doesn't have so much gap between the links and it's tighter and heavier. So you have seen the movie Scarface. You've seen the guys, they having always the chains, gold chains, not too big, right? Like the hip hop culture now, but like this. And actually it started when the Cuban people came to Miami and brought this fashion way to wear links like that, the Cuban links or the curb link. And the story say it started in the 60s and the 70s when they immigrated to the US. They got themselves a neighborhood called Little Havana, and you see that in multiple movies and everybody knows that. So this fashion started in Little Havana. Then it took off and became, I think it's because of the movies they showed before, but it became something viral and it touched New York. And New York was one of the city where the hip hop culture started in the early 80s, and the rappers used the chains to be the face of I'm doing well on the streets. It's a swag and it's something to show I also have money. So the jewelers after that, they begin an evolution of this Cuban chain, and the hip hop culture gains a lot. Let me just notify one thing. You have seen the old videos of Tupac and Biggie. They always wore gold, nothing iced out, nothing. And the chains began to be bigger and bigger. If you see when Tupac started and when the late Tupac's movies or videos, the chains got thicker and thicker and bigger and bigger. They were like this, like heavy chunks of gold they were that time. And after that, the jewelers begin also to explore the diamonds. One of them is Jacob and Co. Jacob the jeweler. He have done a lot in this industry for the hip hop culture, especially in New York. Almost all rappers have made chains with Jacob the jeweler. And then they begin to make them also other shapes. This is like razor cut with diamonds, and they got them big size with diamonds, hollow, heavy. The setting were different. There's race bronze, there's baguette setting, there's invisible setting, there's diamonds in all shapes in them. Until today, I still see jewelers come up with new passion of the Cuban link. So this is the most sold chain in the world right now. I don't think there's any chain sells more than the Cuban link. And the Cuban link started in Miami. From the Cuban people, the fashion started there.